Hello, beautiful ether. I am still working on some chain. These nice salvaged. They're really, I don't know how to explain it. They're so smooth feeling. They're just glass beads. So they're like hyper clear, excluding like the green accent bit in the center. But oh, it feels so nice, and it rolls. Sometimes. I should have cleared this off first. I'm putting all the sewing needles and fines and the beads in here. Ooh, I realized I didn't have to be in here. I'm totally silent. I could listen to music through here. Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. It's stuck in my head so hard. I was looking for my phone, it's up here. Can't see comments. I'm gonna try to put it on through here. I'll put mute just in case. Okay, wow. This desk is quite dinged up. It looks a little dingy on the... It's okay. It's a work desk. And I've got quite a few wires. Again, I put them in every gauge so I can make really thin, dainty chain. Slightly thicker and some thick boy chain. And all of this is salvaged electrical wire just from friends' garages, back alleys, salvage yards. I used to go to salvage yards and get any copper that I can on the crown, and they would essentially just say, bless your heart, just take it, because their scales are like industrial scales. Ooh. Love me a salvage yard. And these are from Walmart. I got these like, gosh, 10 years ago. Why isn't anything showing? Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage. Do, 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 do. Moon again, naturally. Like yesterday, I was cheerful. Jesus, brain. Cheerful, bright and gay. Looking forward to. I forgot the rest of the lyrics. This song is a great song by Gilbert O'Sullivan, I believe. Alone Again, Naturally. Really good. Another good song is Alone Again Or by Love, and KYNTO, I believe, covered it. A really good cover. If anybody was into skating back in the day and remembers, the skate videos had the best music possible. The two skate videos that come to mind when I think of like best soundtrack, and I'm probably going to age myself here, but I really don't care. Enjoy's Bag of Suck and Believe It or Not Lakai's Fully Flared, which I know it didn't have the best reviews because few people just had like essentially compilations of following. I think it's been a minute. I would love to see that again. I think I mean Eric Austin, of course, but I used to really like Populardo. I had a little crush on when I was a kid, and everybody was on it. Is it Chocolate? I can't remember what team they were from, but I remember like Mark Johnson, and I think he had 2 songs, and Mike Mocapaldi, I remember him. Oh, I used to do some skateboarding myself. However, there's this quite famous spot in downtown West Palm Beach called Datura Banks. And I was a little stoned at the time. It's like 10 years ago. No, it's like way longer than that. I busted my teeth pretty instantly. Well, not pretty instantly. I was skating for years at that point, but yeah. That was the only true, like, injury that I got. But I didn't tell anybody about it, and I had braces at the time. Long story short, brutally gnarly. I remember having to rip my lips off of my braces. And the spot's still there. Old bank. It's got the brick ramps in the front of it. Very, very chill spot. I think they finally took down the building next to it. That's where I got all the photo slides. It was a artist couple that lived there. Tons of art supplies. I didn't take any of that because I have one rule when I explore abandoned buildings. Just don't take anything, and don't take anything except pictures, because I don't want the one time that I find something cool to be the one time I get in trouble. But I've always showed buildings great respect, so I've never had issue. I'm not condoning breaking and entering, but a lot of abandoned buildings will just be like gapers, as in wide. Oh. Sometimes I forget my casual language is a little bit off-putting. So I'm a lady. I'm a lady, damn it. Ugh. There it knows. There it knows. One drop. One drop. Do not a chance to blow, because Edison isn't very. I'm sorry. I can't keep my mind in one place. I'm very nervous, as you can tell. And it's hitting that time, so anybody in Palm Beach County really want to get some beach trips together. And I really always wanted to go to one of the We Are Change events, but I'm not gonna get Luke Uncensored just to get a coordinate once a month or however often they do it. But it's like the only person I could think of doing fun things. And because I live in South Florida, and there is ample places to roam and explore and swim in and find and dig and capture, and a lot of the developments going in, taking out all the farmland for it. That's why people are salty about it. They don't care about new, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I don't know. People are just a little too comfortable affecting, it's none of my business, damn it, stop. I'm here to be a ray of sunshine on a dark day, not use y'all as my therapist. But the developments, oh my god, they're driving me nuts. And I'm just patiently waiting until summer to see the response, because Florida swamps are no joke, and you can't go outside at night at all, and you could go like that, and your hand will be red. So many mosquitoes, and I'm born and raised Florida, and I thought mosquitoes, were always nothing like it over here. It's really intense. And if you have mosquitoes in y'all's area, please let me know what species y'all got, because I've never been so interested in mosquitoes before. There's these salt marsh mosquitoes that I don't really see out here, but on the west coast, and they're quite spectacular looking. And we do get the damselflies, but those are absolutely harmless, and they're really, really beautiful to watch. We also get these praying mantis. I think it's called Florida mantis. They're really neat. They're small, and Florida flying mantis. Nope. Mantis, Florida pink, flying mantis looking thing. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Alright, so it's not... I'll find out the proper name. But they have the little praying hands and everything. Let me try to figure out the name. Grass-like mantis. Grass-like mantid. Oh, so it's called grass-like mantis. It's found in Florida and Georgia. And they're quite small, but you'll see them on the walls all the time with their little hands out. Yeah, yeah. And they fly. And when they fly, they look just like a male mosquito or like a damselfly. Really little things. Hello, Opka. Very sorry about that. Opkabard. I have to move my necklaces. Sometimes I'll do that, and I will hit the stone on my chest bone. Oh my god, pain. Trying to think. I like whipping up random things like as I go. I threw these together. Just with scraps on the desk, but it'll make a great gift. So I'll keep them in my purse in a little baggie, and then if I come across any neat people, I could always just give it. What is the Superman costume in the bag? Oh, this? This is my mannequin. Funny story about this. It's from the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. It had original fabric on it, like paisley, and just disintegrated. I had put just scraps of the felt on it, and I messed up one of the squares, and it was like way past like my crafting threshold, so it was getting sloppy, and I was scraping the glue off of it, and I'm like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. Scraping it like this, like I'm like, and I ordered pizza. I'm like, I swear to God, I'm gonna slip, and the pizza man's gonna get here. As soon as that thought concluded, I slipped, went right into my arm. It was spewing, but not spewing. And as soon as that happened, the door was knocked on, and the pizza was there, like exactly how I pictured it. And I just had to be like, just come in. And gave him my wallet while my arm was, and I still feel like a messed up nerve in there somewhere. Pinched a nerve once also trying to learn how to belly dance. I wasn't stretching right, and I pinched a nerve. I had to walk with a cane for like a week, and to romanticize it a little bit, I just wore suits and pretended I was Dr. House. You gotta make your own fun sometimes. Because that would have been miserable without cosplaying as Dr. House. Slowly getting back to the groove of this. I was going to make the chains outside, but I couldn't figure out like a comfortable way to sit. And trying not to hunch, because a lot of the stuff that when I work on the floor, I'll squat, like Slavic style, for over an hour, and I just won't even realize it until I go to stand up, and I just kind of fall over. I'm a squatter. And a floor sitter. Don't know why. Trying to find a decent one that sits nicely, because these are natural chips. I can't remember what they are. Green something. I had ID'd all of them and put the names in it, but I don't know what happened. I try to find beads in odd ways rather than going to Michael's or something. I know not everyone could do that. I mean, it just takes a little effort and a little creativity. OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, all that kind of... I've gotten all the craft supplies in my area. And it's things people, you know, run into in their garage and are like, wow, I didn't know I still had this massive pile of crochet stuff. And I pop it on offer for like 20 bucks. And I've scored with craft supplies that way. Because when you buy beads, a lot of the times they're not even like real, they're just glass or dyed something. And that's fine. But I really want to keep it to just natural items. And I feel weird buying natural items. And again, I know not everybody has seashells at their disposal. And that's why I'm more than happy to send anybody seashells, because not everyone lives on the coast. And every coast has different life. But I really like using what is around. It just makes it so much more special feeling. Like, how do you say? Broken jewelry is another great way. Because a lot of older jewelry is made with just better quality stuff. Like, I don't wear modern jeans because of how, unless they're stretchy, like for outfit, but the 90s jeans, 80s and 90s, the denim is actually denim. It seems like men's jeans are the only jeans that are allowed to be used with real denim, or made with real denim. And just all that kind of like made to look a certain way but isn't that way, and I'm so over that. And like the new clothes, you buy new clothes and you wash it and it doesn't look anything like what you got at the store. I really just want stuff that lasts. I don't care too much for fast fashion. I'll pick up a Shane dress at a thrift store if it's, you know, pleasing and to me in one way or another, but it doesn't last. And the fabric, I don't know what the hell. I was like thinking, like, I was watching a video on like icks, if you will, that's what people are referring to it as, and one of the big one is fabrics, and I'm like thinking to myself, maybe it isn't like it could also be, of course, hypersensitivity towards fabrics, because I know I deal with that a lot, but, and I don't know if it's like I'm hypersensitive towards fabric or just the fabric that they make today feels awful. You will sweat balls in one of these dresses, tiny little dress, and absolutely be drenched. And then you wear it in the winter, like, well, you know, I can't wear this in the summer without feeling gnarls, so I'll wear it in the winter to stay warm. It doesn't keep you cold or warm. It's the strangest plasticky fabric. And cool prints and stuff like that, but just can't wear it. And I work with my hands a lot, so like when I have like battered fingers, like it feels, ooh, it makes like that, like sandpaper feeling, and ooh, I don't know. I really would not mind to have a debate on modern, because clothing art is important, and I've been trying to find, like in the Netherlands would be a really good place to start to see what y'all's like popular clothing brands are. Now, I don't need luxury. I just need brands that still care about what fabrics they use and aren't just trying to make sales. I know every company is trying to make sales. Not against that. But they're just pumping out so much garbage and then tossing it in the earth because like tax write-offs or whatever and losses. I was watching this thing because I like luxury clothing, you know, just as much as the next person, but probably for a different reason. Logos, I won't. I try not to wear logos. I just feel like a billboard or something, and unless it's like something ironic or something, but not too into monograms. However, I will say the quality is totally different. I would never buy like a Dolce & Gabbana dress brand new, but if I run into one at a thrift store, it's coming home with me. And the fabrics are so nice. But not only luxury brands use real sturdy fabrics. Fabrics that you don't feel your skin crawling in. A lot of just real designers that put their name on their work, and there's so many of them. So many highly talented people that really care about how their clothes feel on a human body. And that's the brands that I want to find. Started finding some, watching like, I don't know much about vintage clothes, yes, but I am quite active and I like climbing around stuff, and I'll tell you what, I've busted way too many vintage dresses. I'll never forget when I was walking down South Beach, feeling like $1,000,000. I felt so like on top of the world. I was just by myself down there, and everybody's looking at me like I'm like Donna Summer herself or something, and they weren't looking at me. They were. The back of my dress completely split. It was a 1960s travel light fabric, and it was really long, the coolest, like, trippiest pattern, and yeah, it was completely open. I had to go get pants, and the zipper literally caused almost a fatal injury. So I had to walk all the way back and almost missed the train. That was fun. I miss taking the train to Miami. It's a little tough driving down there, and but the tri-rail, the public transportation on the coast, fantastic. If you come to Florida, the coast is where it's at anyway. But yeah, the public transportation is fantastic. Not so much out here. I'm waiting for bus routes because I feel like they have to put some in. I currently don't have a car. Or the pandemic hit me hard, but you know, I am pretty dang unshakable. Because as long as I have my mind and my thoughts, I've always been fine. I've gone through the worst, and I just always, I don't know, always maintained good outlook. And I know how chaotic human life is. I wish people don't forget that so often. Like, I swear some people think the streets heal themselves. And, I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I really want to make some groups of people to meet at the beach, play instruments under the sun. You could talk about politics if you want. I don't give a shit. But, like, I've sat on so many bus stops with strangers, and we've never argued about politics. Talked to thousands of strangers. I'm actually a really shy in person, and especially around friends, it's the weirdest thing. I'm more myself around strangers, and I think the reason why is because in my mind I'll never see him again or something. But in my mind, I make the best first impression on someone I'll never see again, like a stranger. I just love talking to people. I wish I wasn't shy. I actually tried to fix that by auditioning for a play. It was something I never thought I would do, and I've insane stage fright to the point like I can't talk, and my face feels like it's separated. Like something glitches hardcore, and I've just never been able to get over it. And so I tried to audition for a play. Didn't go very well at all because I can't sing, and it was just like the movies. There is somebody on a piano, and he's like, "What song do you want to sing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just wanted to like audition for like a background part. I collect vintage clothing, like I could supply like stuff." They weren't interested in that. They wanted like people to play and sing. And I tried. I sang my little heart out horribly to Elvis Presley's "Only Fools Fall in Love." And I know the song. I couldn't think of any of the words. I just made up my own. And everybody's in black leggings, black long sleeve shirts. I'm wearing a white, huge 1950s dress, white gloves, silver and white shoes from the 60s. Went all out. I do really like clothes. I don't know why. They're art pieces, I guess. But, you gotta present yourself somehow. Yeah, so I looked fine. I looked like I could do something, but I just remember at the end, I'm like, and now I'm on the stage. Dead silence. I've never heard silence like that at all, ever. And yeah, oh. So blue hair.
I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna do mulberries, a ton of mulberries with the fish and barbecue it.
Oh yeah.
Right, can you
Yeah.
pick that? Is that what we're doing that? Like when later, whatever.
Oh, I could bring it out here. I'm gonna grab some coffee anyway. Oh, what is this? Well, it passed away a few months
There's
ago.
so many mulberries.
Not even processed it. I just want to buy it. Oh man. Sucks. I think that's actually the only thing that has gotten me down is losing weight. Guess that's I feel like I should kick the desk so I don't think of it anymore. That works. say blue is the closest friend I've ever had on this planet. This works really, really fastly. I'm going to start stringing these together with glass beads. Make a few variations. Trying to get into some green markets out here. And, oh, sadness. Maybe I like some incense. Because these are closed links, you just take one and slip it on. Fortunately, you can't grab it like how I like to grab it, so I use the round bits. Comme ça. Oop. Don't poke your eye. I use these long pieces, so I have to cut as little as possible, so I can make as many links as possible. I'm running low on copper, so I gotta start hitting up, hitting up the neighbors. Any scrap I could put to work, and every little piece that I cut off, I saved too. Whew, now I'm sweating. Despair got me sweating. Oh, okay, maybe I could make trying to plan out. It's pretty much how I come up with color combinations, by laying everything on the desk. And I think that's why I'm so determined to make a group of people though. I mean, all you have to do is read comment sections and you'll see, like, people are not okay right now. And, like, might not be able to help everybody, but we'll at least be able to show you can make really nice jewelry with very little materials. All free. These are $8 that I got like 10 years ago. And this brings a lot of joy, I think. And it's a great way to make gifts. I haven't bought any gifts in years. And I always make something handmade. And I do a little crochet, a little bit of everything. I'm really on a mission, a personal mission of learning every craft I possibly can. Fortunately, I haven't mastered any of them. That's why I call myself jokingly and lovingly jackass of all trades. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I really like doing it. I got this ooh, a clock part. I got a bunch of clock parts once. I was trying to make these mechanical. I was really into automatons, but too dumb to manufacture any working parts. I was trying to make a necklace. It just moves like a seesaw with two people on it. How do I make one? I guess I didn't put it in here. I like these things. I've been making a bunch of these lately, using the French beading technique. And I could put anything in the center. This bone bead a friend gave me in high school. And the skulls are bones. This I added black to his eyes. And it's, again, electrical copper. Electricity has flown through this copper, which I think is really cool. These love eyes. I like this one. It's just a hang. A few different variations of eyes. This was the only one I sold out of. And I didn't put it on a chain or anything. It was just a, how do you say, just like a good luck charm, but everybody was wearing them on chains. I couldn't believe it. Will always trip me out when someone wears like a piece. Because, I don't know. I've been making jewelry my whole life. Never really thought about making an Etsy or anything like that until later on. And I used to, my favorite way is to put a bunch of scraps in a bag and go to the beach and sit in the sand and make something. We had a few pieces with just stuff from the beach. Where did I put it? Oh, there. I see it. Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage. Oh, it's hot in here. I'm stressed myself out. Do you want to play some COD? I am so bad at it now. I don't know what happened. Went from being decent to very weak. Oh, maybe I should do something a little bit more ornate. I'm working on this. These are all to make chain. To make quick, like custom chain on the go. Started this all with copper wire. I did not make this chain part. I'm very self-aware, but at the same time not self-aware at all. Yeah. It's a crystal. Let me just put it in. I believe this is called a lariat. But it was hanging weird, so I gotta rework it a little bit. That's one. Now is this. I just gotta finish the rest of the chain. Trying to make some more larger pieces without using like stuff for this purpose. I'm trying to build out with using just links and stuff. It's actually quite cool wearing hair, but I can never get my hair not to tangle in these. I'm always envious of seeing women with like beautiful hair chains and stuff like that, looking like Greek goddesses. My hair just instantly like will knot around it, I guess. I don't know. I can never. I'm always outside though, so that is definitely like when I show up at a place, my hair is usually just all over the place because yeah, it's just a body. It feels so good. It would be nice to make a rosary out of this. I made a few rosaries. I kind of make them like this now. These are just little simple things. I make them like this now rather than individual links, only because it took a long time. Oh, PS5 games! Feel free to check out KYNTO. I should be on KYNTO now, actually. KYNTO, KYNTO. Let's see. Yeah. Go to a different room. Go to my room. My room is Pixel Paradise. I'm from Florida, born and raised. Lake Worth to be exact. Little beach town. Waiting for the rent to come back down so I could rent out a community, like a community spot. Or a little office. Yeah! Walter's on. I don't know where the thing is. Where's the thing? Okay. Oops. See how big my room is. And all the pixel art that I make, definitely beginner pixel artist, if you will. Pixel hobbyist. All the pixel art I make goes in here. And KYNTO's live, it's on Android, Apple, and I could... Whoa. And KYNTO's live, it's on Android, Apple... Oh, that tripped me out. I thought it was... I have YouTube open so I could see comments. I thought it was streaming through here, which you can do. But if you see the... I made these crystals, but then Snappo made it so you could actually go in them. And I think these are too far out. Yeah. They make noises. And this one, this is my favorite. Yeah, that's the thing. If you go on KYNTO and comment, it'll read it out. Because sometimes I miss.
You testing something?
Check it. See those vials? I made these two, the jets that go under. But these vials, and the crystal, of course. The vials, don't mind my hands, they're very stained from mulberries. These are actually the characters in the vials. Kind of like they power the area. I like writing some stories too. I actually have one I need help with called Negative Nancy, the Positive Prostitute. Hates her life, but loves her job. I wrote it in high school. Axel Rose. But you can see this is, they have no clue, but you do. I also made that. Kamadenu, mother of all cows. And now I'm in Pixel Paradise. If anybody goes on it, you see me walking around. I made that little store too. I gotta get back on Pixel. I have such a scatterbrain. This one I used old parts. Try to make something for everyone. It's just a little simple. That's weird. I did this too. This was just an experiment. Dollar Tree has these glass things, and it's green. Can't hardly see. It's a little lighter. But soldered them together just using the copper tape that, like this. It's copper tape. And you could do this on stones, glass. I haven't figured out how to cut glass. Like, my glass cutter is really, really old, so that could be a reason. Fortnite and GTA 5. Hell yeah! If you're on, the game is online. It's on web, and oh, is KYNTO Party active? Let me see. Yeah! I'll put it in the chat. I came up with this KYNTO Party for Snapbo for a new URL. And oh, that scared me. Okay, the game also, it's, Snapbo's coding it himself from scratch, and it's actually a passion project he's been working on since he's 15, I believe, and it's just now like coming alive, and that's actually where I want to start having discussions. And do I have a PlayStation? I have. Okay, this is a little out of my realm of understanding. I'm a crafter, like popsicle sticks and glue. But I got really into Assassin's Creed Oranges, and what is it? Oh, Call of Duty. I don't know why. I really wanted, because I really liked Oranges, but I was going through it too fast, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever walked through. And so I took a little break on it, but I have Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I really want to start playing Warzone. But to be absolutely honest, I couldn't figure out how to deploy to go down faster in the parachute. I just kind of slowly go down, and everybody's already on there. But I really like Modern Warfare 2, and I think in the description, yeah, the Activision ID is in the description. I'll put it in the chat. I really want to build a team. I know it's silly, but podcast on COD, so CODcast. I think that's the wit. I mean not wit, but I think it's quaint. Speaking of, I kind of want to play a game. My controller is broken. This one, whatever this thing is called, I mashed it too much. So now I can't sprint. I just sprint I sprint glitchily. Ooh, I was gonna grab something real quick. Coffee thing. I didn't make very much change. I'm having a really hard time focusing on anything. All I can think of is swimming. It's starting to get hot out, and this entire spring and summer I just want to swim every day. And then when winter comes, the water temperature will already have been acclimated, so I'll just swim during the winter too. Yep, so much to find out there. I don't know, I think I have too many interests or something, because it's getting exhausting. But all I want to do is swim. That's all I can think about. I wish I was swimming. I wish I was. It's a really good song. Quaint song. I think it's Breathe, Owl, Breathe, Swimming. I like that song a lot. I meant to link this one already. Check in. Hit link. For some reason, none of my requests land. I think because it must be case sensitive. Let me ask, do you use cruise missiles by chance? For some reason, they just land off the map, and I can't steer them anymore. And the only other person that I know plays Modern Warfare 3 is Snapbo, and glaze, but I can't use them. Oops. Oh, there's a tutorial. I think I would have benefited from that. Oh my god. This is why I have. Is it case sensitive? Because if it's not, I think. Here, let me just try not doing case sensitive. I think I got it. Unless it's case sensitive. The new time I tried to do the case, and then it starts back at the beginning, and God. There's. I got some. I keep starting too many projects at once, and I'm in the market for some shelves, but I can't even find everything. It doesn't matter if it's a shovel. Everything that I find is disposable. And like I was looking for a tent to start vending. Every review, the tents are just like knocked over. It gets really windy and really rainy here, and if your tent breaks, then like there goes all your stock. And I used to do trunk shows for vintage, and oh my god, I seen tents, cheap tents, get picked up by the rain, and people start screaming as if like Godzilla's coming, because they could be quite heavy, and they will. Pay attention. What is it? Oh, it's getting coffee. I can't stay focused. This one. I hate that I get so fixated on the little things. It's one of my favorite ways to make chain though. I've used heat and a torch and stuff to make soldered chain, but I couldn't get it as strong as this, which is just wrapped. And this is electrical wire. It's a really valuable skill to learn, I think, because you could use this for anything. Hang a pot, put a nice charm on it, and you got a gift. And it's very nice. And it's very strong. Salvaged copper. Electrical copper. And just salvaged glass beads from, I believe the beads were from a belt. Like a big beaded belt. And I try not to bust it. Well, I don't bust anything unless it's broken. And I got a ton of vintage stock, but I try to keep to broken stuff, because then I feel like I'm not making any form of impact. When I go, I want the only things that like show that I was here to be these little handcrafts. Nothing else. Because we all go. We all will go. And that's okay. I still always think it's so impressive that we're all not just running around screaming our heads off like we're on a roller coaster, because that's how I feel like. Fortunately, the new development, sorry to sound so salty about it, I just feel really bad for anybody who got scammed into that, and all the farms were taken out for it. But the sky, you can't see the Milky Way anymore, and I felt really lucky that I was able to see it for so long. But new development, it's agricultural area, so pitch black at night, absolutely, you can't see a thing, and but it was made it so you could see just about any star, and it's such an open sky because there's no skyscrapers out here. I mean, there's no shops, so it's like you take some, you lose some, I suppose, but like there's nowhere to walk. If I needed like something from a gas station, fat chance, fat chance. It's like a half-hour bike ride to the closest gas station, and so it is very isolating, but you can't beat the nature, and I'll take that isolation over it, even though it is hard on the human mind. It really is. I was raised as an only child, and so I'm very used to being alone. But after the pandemic, I just saw so much. We all did. And I was like, alright, we live once that we know of. I'm going to make every second last as long as possible. Make as much stuff with as little as possible. Grow as many plants. Play as many games. And meet as many people. Talk to as many people. I don't think anybody should have that sensation of feeling alone, because no one really is alone. And sometimes, unfortunately, strangers are where you'll find yourself rather than, you know, because our friends are going through stuff too. But sometimes we all have pictures of who each other are in our minds, and sometimes if you're really feeling alone and like you have no one to talk to, go find a stranger. Swear to God. I mean, every human being I've ever met, excluding my father, are the nicest people. And when you get down to it, like, similar interests, everyone likes good food, everyone likes good music, everyone likes to laugh. And I've just always been wildly in love with this planet. Very cynical, but, you know, a little cynicism's never hurt anyone. But, yeah, I'm very cynical, ray of sunshine, if you will, because there's so much to live for, and it doesn't feel like that a lot. It's like I gotta step back and learn something you never knew before. I'm so comfortable with not knowing anything. I think maybe that's what they mean by ignorance is bliss. The more I learn, the less I know. And the more I learn, the more my opinions change. I jokingly say, I change opinions more than I change clothes, because it's true. As human beings, I see us as data feeders of information, especially when we're fitting ourselves into society. And what we don't consciously absorb, we are subconsciously absorbing. And I think that's another reason why I don't watch a lot of TV. When I do, I can't stop watching it. It's not that I don't like TV. I just don't like time slipping by uncontrollably. And if I have more fun and like soul enrichment by staring under a log, watching all the life take place. Then I'll do that and avoid TV like the plague. I listen to a lot of music though. I really like music. And there's a lot of TV, like my favorite show is Black Books. Dylan Moran, great comedian. I wish he was more known here. He's Irish. He is so funny. I like that style of humor. Don't know how you would call it. Kind of like poking fun at everyday life. Which is, that's a lot of comedy. But I don't know. Something about that dude I like. And he did Black Books, which, again, one of my favorite shows. 1990s sitcom, UK sitcom. Really good, really funny. I could put an episode in the comments. Because the full episodes are here on YouTube. It's episode 1. Can I just share this whole... Nope. I'm just gonna pick a random one. Rather than fixating on the perfect one. Yeah. So dingy looking. It looks like a beautiful reddish color to me. But it's dingy. Oh, what am I doing? I'm really not with rock concentration, so it's just me left to my own devices. Wow. Surprised I get much done at all. Starting to, oh, that's what I meant to do. Picked a ton of mulberries. Just threw them in the freezer. One of my favorite snacks. You know, I love like the worst candies, like the gummy candies. But I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. And not eat too much of it because it's kind of isolating out here and it's easy to fall into stuff like that. So I eat frozen fruit. And Publix, God, a bag of frozen blueberries is like $15 now. Ew. I will do without gladly. $15, that's like so many antiques at a thrift store. Like, and so I froze the mulberries. I thought the seeds might be an issue, like getting harder. Kind of like blackberries. Blackberries, the seeds don't bother me when they're fresh, but if they're frozen, they're kind of gritty. Still fine. The mulberries are so good frozen. Oh my god, they break apart and they're a perfect snack. And really, really stoked to finally did that. Every year, it's hard to get on top of the mulberries like before the birds get them, but this year it's just so packed. It's the biggest, juiciest mulberries I've ever seen. Packed. Okay, coffee and a few games. Ooh. forgot what I was doing out there. I will say this is my creation station. It's not my bedroom. The first few streams I did in here, the other comments were like, "Girl, clean your room." It was also the height of Jordan Peterson, so I get it. But yeah, not a bedroom. Creation station. This is always chaotic in here. And welcome back. Trying to think of. I think maybe I'm just gonna stream from the PS4 itself, cause man, oh, almost fell right over. It's a bag of towels. Try to fix this. For some reason, this is not engaging, and it just unscrews itself. This I use most out of anything. I make little treasure coins with brass wire. This is weird. How are things? Hi, Kathy! Please do feel free to come out. Now that it's spring, going to try to spend as much time in the water as possible. And, outside. And, I actually was pulling my paints out, because, I don't think I'm going to fixate too much on learning how to paint, and just want to get paint on canvas. And, some colors happening. I tried to learn, some skills in regards to color theory, but when I go to practice it, it just never feels right. Or it feels like it doesn't look right. Really want to have some cookouts, some art cookouts, where there's fresh food and crafts before it changes too much out here. So it's already starting. Agricultural area, people are now offended that there's goats here because they're used for food. I just can't. That's fine if you don't want to eat goats, but trying to affect somebody else's life when they're living off their lands, don't even act like you don't trust the government or whatever, because you're falling right into it. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. I don't know. I think a lot of people are fed up with a lot today. Now, people, and it's so ironic. It's because I just want to be happy. Everybody just wants to be happy. It's so funny to aggressively. The irony is not lost on me. God damn it! Why can't we just fucking chill? Why can't we just have a good time? Make some art. Leave us out. But yeah, I'm a little rager anyway. I need some rage buddies. I really want to get heavy into snorkeling. My whole life, that's pretty much all I did in free time was snorkel down the coast. And I guess, I don't know. I really like everybody, but I never put too much of an effort into finding a team of people that almost treat it like a job. To go out and find specimens. I found a patch of sundew. Sundew is a carnivorous plant, one of Darwin's favorite plants, if I remember correctly. And the ones here, I believe, are spoonleaf sundew. Really cool plants. I have some pictures on an old phone of them. Gotta go back. There's a huge nature preserve. And it's right by the airport, so unfortunately you can't fly drones there. I'm sure there's a way to be approved, or SNAPO knows all that. But really want to get some drone footage, because the drones could be used to find literal treasure. They don't call it treasure coast for nothing. People find hoards all the time. Not too long ago, someone found silver coins fused together on a Spanish trail. Oh, it's so rough not being able to sprint. Like, I can sprint, but it immediately stops. So I get like 2, let's see if I can count. Oh, I got, every time I try to demonstrate it, it works. I notice I play different if I'm streaming, because I'm also trying not to look like, oh, like a grandma. I do have gremlin qualities, and I feel no shame. I'm capable. I think the only time I feel shame, and like, I wish I was never born, is if I like accidentally break something of someone's. Oh my god. Or if I accidentally kill something, like oh my god. I'm not even kidding. I killed a, I was just having a bad day, alright? And I killed a roach in my shower. It's like 10 years ago. It's baby, I don't know if it was his baby, or just a small roach taking solace underneath it. I took it way harder than I probably should have. I was inconsolable. I lived alone, so it was not like anybody witnessed this, but yeah, I felt really bad. And so I personally don't do that anymore. And mosquitoes, unfortunately, I know it sounds like the dumbest thing a human could possibly say, but it's okay. I know how I feel. We all know how we feel. And that's what we have to be more true to, is like the innards. Like, no. I think it's very important to know how other people think. Because everybody's coming from, it's so valuable to know how other people think. I mean, people that study like sales and stuff, or psychology, I mean, I feel like a lot of sales is psychology. You really know what people want, what they think. That's why, like, I mean, data farmers care what everybody thinks. I mean, I don't know if they care, but they're definitely interested. Because our minds are like, God, I don't know how to talk about it without sounding like, I don't know. I need to better form the words, and I think that's where discussing these ideas with others comes in very big handy. Whoops. I'm a human being. But just know, I will never hate you for having opinions different than mine. I will probably end up liking you so much more. Like, my best friend, like the friend I have that I consider the best, like, has zero filter. And, just very honest. I know the stuff that comes out of his mouth is actually what he thinks. Even if it's wrong. He thought I made up the Victorian era, or the Edwardian era. I was like, you're just making things up at this point. But, dude's hilarious, and I was in high school, and I don't know. Everybody talks shit about everybody, so a lot of our things, you know, he's an arsehole or whatever, but I don't think so. I value no filter. And that's why I took to Gonzalo Lira a lot, because I really dug. I dug into that dude. Deep, too. But I couldn't find anything. To me, he seemed like just a dude. watercolors, oh my gosh. I love them so much that I don't want to use them, so I don't run out. Because there's some that I get things on eBay used, so I have to either find like the exact same one, and sometimes that's quite difficult. That's the only drawback that I experience using as much used stuff as possible, because I don't know, and I never know what to get on Amazon. I go by the reviews, and I just, other than books, like I really want to get Green Dean's book. It's finally out, like the hard copy, and it's only $20. Green Dean, Eat the Weeds, and other things too. Best website on this planet. I'll say that about a lot of things, but I like a lot of things. So please do recommend any things that you like, because I will probably like them too. And I like finding new things. A lot. Like, new designers, new artists, new weird fruits. Every day I come across a fruit I've never heard of or seen before. Sometimes I'm like, is this AI? It's like, is it cake or fake? But is it AI, or is this like a real species of fruit? Wait. Oh, okay, it's Green Dean. It's like, why do I hear my feet? There's shoes in this game that you can put on so you don't hear your feet. Or so enemies don't hear your feet. I just realized that I was on public chat this whole time. Thankfully on mute. Ah! Shoot. Maybe I should stream from the PS4. They make it so easy. Anybody who's on Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, I'm not very good. I'm way better when I play with people though, because you can strategize. And the chat is really tame now, which kind of sucks. I didn't mind the chaos of it. I was never offended. And I liked when somebody was like, oh, like, you know, what the hell? You just pay. Finally. Gun game, you get to try all the different pieces. And I never knew which. There's so many, so, I tried other people's recommendations, but I'm too slow. My aim's too slow. Okay. And my controller's broken. Which, I'm still trying to play through it, because then you could adapt to shitty situations better. Never run away from a shitty situation. Power through it, because then when you have to confront another shitty situation, you're good. Like, then you're like, you can laugh at it. I'm just not doing too good. This is my favorite game too, and I'm god awful at it. Oh shoot. Don't stop. Dang! Sniper on sniper. I really not good at snipers. Cause they take slow to aim, and I can't sit there long enough. I feel like you have to, oops. I feel like you have to kind of camp a little bit for sniping efficiently. I mean, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Or if that's poor etiquette, please let me know. Please. I don't know much about this game other than I really enjoy it. And it's really good for reflexes. I wasn't able to play any of these modern games because I grew up with PlayStation 1 when I was a kid, and I never had a PlayStation 2, so I never got too into games other than PlayStation 1 games, which I still play to this day. They still all hold up. Spyro and Tomb Raider, of course. I keep meaning to get eye drops so I can hold my eyes open longer. Seems like every time I blink, that's when I... Testing. Shooting. Well... But they start you out with a handgun, and I'm slowly getting a little bit better. Well, I shouldn't say better, more confident with it. Because usually I just kind of panic, and then my life is ended. But I always want to try recommendations as far as loadouts, because when I mess with guns, they end up worse. This is the first piece that I was able to make feel more effective rather than less effective. And it's an MTZ556, but I don't want the launcher, I just blow myself up anyway. Launchers and grenades, I just blow myself up. And the cruise missiles aren't working. I wanted to look it up. I think this is gonna be. Ooh, it's dead. Shoot. Let's. Oh, I'm holding my legs together really tight, so it's probably looks weird. I hate that the shot covers half the thing, because I never know what's happening in there. I'm not the most self-aware physically. You know, clothes are just like a legality. And I'm self-flirting, so give me a scrap of fabric and an ocean, I'm good. Now that it's spring, winter got the best of me this year. I didn't do anything, and all the drawings that I've done are, like you could tell, the sundew, yeah, it's at Apoe, Apoxee, Apoe Nature Preserve, right next to Palm Beach International, I believe. Incredible spot. You can't get lost. You feel like you can, but you just look up and there's power lines going through it. I used to trip everyone out because they'd be like, oh my god, we're lost. And I know where to go. I have a decent sense of destruction. I have a decent, what did I? I can't even My mind is like a tumbleweed. Oh! I didn't think to look there. I wonder if I could just... This desk is a mess because I was like going through a bunch of boxes. Maybe I could sit here. Like, if I had it close. No, it's not gonna stay. Just okay. Got some fake blood for some photos. Maybe. Because I have to keep my face pointed this way, because the audio takes a huge hit. It's amazing how much, get out the window. Okay, stuff everywhere. Guess I didn't go. No. Get to this little corner. It does feel very weird to have a camera. I'm very personally, I'm very shy in person. I know that's not. I thought you were going to keep me safe. Yeah. I really like live games because they're full of just comedic gold. Watching people run around, and like you can strategize with people. It's just overall really, really, really good time. I highly recommend it. And I'm not even a gamer, if you will. Like, I play games, but like there's so many I haven't played. Or yes, triple kill. It's a rarity. You gotta be really bunched up for you to do that. Alright, my blessed cruise missiles that I haven't been able to use in so long. No, sweetheart. Oh, anyway. Trouble. Ah! Oh. Ah. Hey! If I didn't stand, I feel like I would have been able to survive a little longer. There's like stuff like that though, like that split second thinking I think is so valuable, and where else are you going to get that except video games, especially these live games. I wish I knew more cross-console games. Oh. Ah. Ah, suck at this. Sprint. My thumb hurts so much. And it's okay. I play guitar a little bit, so, and I make jewelry, so my hands are usually taking a beating. Oh, no. I was holding my breath. And good for like multitasking. Look here, you can. Shoot, screw that. My anti-homies. Ah! Yeah. Thank you, cement beam. Ah! Troops in contact. Not very good. Not very good at the breacher drones. What time is it? I feel the sun going down, so I might head out and get some mulberries before it gets too dark. Because when it gets dark, the mosquitoes on the land. Damn! I thought I at least recorded. Oh! that was pretty smooth. I wonder if there's ever been, like, anybody I knew that was in one of these lobbies. And anybody knows, like, I wonder how often that. Kind of reminds me of the Splinter Cell games when I was a kid, or Rainbow Six. Obviously they were nothing like this, but this is kind of how I, because you know when you're young and you're playing the like super low poly games, like they appeared to be next level at that time. Watching a, oh, see, this blew myself up. But this, I kind of like imagined it in my mind, I guess. How my mind works. He's kind of. Jeez. Just wish I could run a little bit faster. Gee. I just don't know where the sweet spot is. Ran out of ammo. I never remember sweet. Oh. Shoot. That's quite alright. That's one of my great families. Got shells in it right now. So nice little pieces. I'm gonna try to grind down to get the prints. I have a ton, the pebbles are quite nice. My fingers are horribly stained from mulberries. Excuse me. Tomorrow we're going to the beach to do some beach combing. I'm very... I is getting into the kind of too chill, and I already kind of play, if you will, musical chairs with crafts, and I think that's why I can never stay too focused on one thing, so I try to use that defect and turn it into a benefit. And so I just start a bunch of different crafts at once and then put them together, and often they build into something really nice that goes together. Okay, so I gotta cut this string though, because that thing almost died. But Kathleen, I'll message you on Instagram because everything's, you know, back to being open. I believe the nature preserves, a few of them were closed because I make sure to call because some of them do close. So I didn't realize it was like dark hollow. It's really dark in here. But before this dies, I am going to cut it. I'm gonna make like lucky pieces. That's what I can. This one's my favorite right now. It's resin, and I have more. I have this mold, so I can make more and put your garden pieces in it. I'm always looking for pressed flowers to add to resin pieces. It just makes it that much more special. But happy trails! Thank you all for stopping by, and yeah, feel free to come back. Just hanging out and making stuff and trying to keep productive, inspired, and creative in times. Happy trails.